Hello and welcome back to Subnautica. I'm Vic, and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. And I had myself a brief moment of concern as getting set up to record, because I noticed that none of the 3 remaining sea moths had a Mark III depth module, which they're going to need, well, one of them is going to need, when I bring it down to the Lost River. Now, I am assuming, I believe correctly, that I just never got around to making that one. Because otherwise, the other option is that I foolishly took the one that I had kitted out for the Lost River and put it somewhere else, in which case you are now laughing at me, and rightfully so. But I'm pretty sure I didn't have any rubies at base, so I'm pretty sure I'm okay there. Let's see, I also have a power cell to put away. Yeah, get in there. Took the opportunity in between recording sessions to go ahead and give those power cells some time to top off. So rather than worrying about the Mark III situation straight away, what I want to do is deliver the 2 that don't require that. Which means it's time to go to the quarantine platform and to the floating island, which we haven't been to in quite some time. I mean, we've been near it quite a bit. But this is Subnautica, not Supernautica. So we haven't spent very much time above sea level in a long, long time now. And I don't have a beacon on the floating island, but I do have a nav point, so I will not have to worry myself about that. I wonder if the developers ever considered adding stuff like leaking coolants or oil or something from these wreckages, just to kind of add to the ambiance of destroyed shit. Make navigational hazards or something. Given the things that I observe about the engine, I think if they did consider it, they probably would have decided that either it would have been just a useless cosmetic thing, or it would have been too taxing on the engine. Because we don't see things like currents or clouds of blood, except for little puffs, which are meaningless, or other forms of contamination, so I think that probably explains it. Alright, we should be real close. Yeah. But also, this is a scary place, so let's be a little more chill. Yep, there we go, I hear him. Just in time. I also wonder if there was ever a point where they toyed with the idea of somebody actually, one of the survivors, making it to the enforcement platform before we do. Maybe we could find some notes that they took on finding their way here or something. I think that would be fun. Alright, don't waste power with silent running. And do try not to get your shiny new sea moth eat it up. I suppose I could have made a perimeter defense system for this one. I think that'll work. Yeah. And I see the tower has returned to its fully erect position. Do I want to keep it over there, or do I want to move it into this little bay here? Just park it by the beacon. Yeah, I think that's a nicer idea. I mean, I really am bike shedding at this point. This stuff does not matter. But I'm doing it because I feel like it. There we go. How much biome do you think it takes to support that many flying critters? They don't seem to land on the water ever. So they probably don't interact with the subaquatic or just aquatic animals. Which means I think it's got... Oh, look at that. What's that guy doing there?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So I feel like that's probably too many birds. Don't you think? It would be really cool if there were 3 emerald or 3 rubies in these, but no such luck. Alright, back to base. Time to collect the next round of submarine.
Silent running.
That there, that's the guy that I'm concerned about. Obviously. I do like that all those beacons are accumulated by are accompanied by sea moths now. I don't know why it pleases me, but please me it does. So what do we got left to do once we're done wasting time here? We gotta make the enzymes. We gotta do the thing with the enzymes. We gotta deactivate the platform. And then we gotta build the rocket. Not necessarily in that order. I do wonder if it's possible to launch the rocket without disabling the platform, but I don't think it is possible. I suppose I can try. It would certainly make for a fun thumbnail if it was possible to get shot down by the platform. Oh, look at him. He's all icky. We do not need silent running anymore. You know, I'm kind of disappointed that turning off silent running doesn't change the sounds that I hear. All it does is change the size of that sound bar. That might have been a wasted opportunity. Oh, look, a wreck. Is that getting old yet? It's probably getting old. Yeah, there really isn't much left to do, is it? I have to admit, I'm not a guy that talks about the way he feels very often, but I actually had a hard time getting this session started because I'm not looking forward to being done with Subnautica. But I kind of feel like even this silly little side mission that I'm on right now might be stretching the boundary of good taste. Having started, I am going to finish it. But I am a little worried about that. I think I struck an air bubble. Oh no, there's a little fish blood back there. All right. And here we go. I don't think I'm going to bother with the usual refueling activities. Let's just go and get this done. After all, I am going to have to gather up some stuff for the next one.
Welcome Welcome aboard, Captain.
Get in there. Thank you. I can't remember where the signal for this one is, but I think it's actually in the center of the floaty island, which I think is a great spot to leave the Seamoth. And that guy is... Is it Keen's last broadcast? No, it's the... No, it's not the... Wait, is it the Aurora rendezvous point? Maybe it's the Aurora rendezvous point. Where that is. That doesn't look like where I came from, does it? Alright, let's give it a shot. Keen's last known location is deep. It's super deep. If I recall correctly. Now, what is with all the yellow marks on my radar? Because I think they're pretty much right below me, aren't they? No, they're way over there. Alright, never mind then. I'm going to assume that that's a pile of stalkers that have gathered up some wreckage that they're all fighting over, which is standard stalker behavior. I don't know how good an idea it is to go too direct here, but we're doing it. How bad an idea it is will become evident shortly. I am sort of looking forward to the new stuff I haven't seen in Below Zero yet. And I think I'm going to do even more base building in Below Zero. We'll see how it goes. I know on the one... Actually, did I ever finish Below Zero? I played several Below Zero, but they might have all been before the last bit of story got added. So I might be in for quite a few surprises there. But I generally only built one base, and it was in the shallows. I picked a spot near where all of the above land stuff happens after the initial bit. Because it was a nice triple point. It was near that stuff, and it was also sort of near the island with the signal rocket. And it was also like right on the edge of the safe shallows that you start in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is correct. Don't really need to breach to figure it out, because I have a camera that I could use. Yeah. And I don't need to worry about stuff below the water anymore, I don't think. But yeah, so I built in that one spot, and there are a whole bunch of other cool spots to build. I think it'd be fun to build a base in the lily pad biome. And maybe to build out in the icebergs where the glow whales hang out. And I've always thought it would be cool to try and build a base inside one of the giant bulb things. I don't know if you can, but I do think it would be super cool. Alright, so this is where I want, but I need to go deep, because I need to get in the middle with you, but I don't plan to get stuck there. Those are some old lyrics, aren't they? I don't even know who sang those, but I'm pretty sure that's like a 70s era lyrics. Alright, deeper still. Why do you suppose it has fingers? That strikes me as an odd sort of shape. Yeah, I like this spot. And I think, instead of trying to wiggle my booty in there, I'm just gonna go from here. Yo, you dropping bits? Is the floaty island about to not be a floaty island anymore? Does it stop being an island when it goes underwater? Is it actually an island at all? Or does it have to be the peak of an underwater mountain to count as an island? There we go. And his PDA is still here? I know I picked this up. Yeah. Alright, so there we go. The only sea moth we have yet to place is the one that's going to go down deeply. So I need to find some rubies. And I think there are going to be some rubies directly below me. Oh, that reminds me. I mentioned a while back that there was a build, maybe it was a below zero build, I don't remember, where instead of ruby it was aluminum oxide. And I looked it up, and aluminum oxide is ruby, depending on what it's contaminated with. I think it can be other gems if it's a different contaminant. And I don't remember what the contaminant is that makes it red and therefore a ruby. Sometimes I feel like knowing that sort of thing sort of strips the mystique away from the gemstone, makes it less interesting and valuable. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Oh, look at that, a big old quartz that I can't collect because I didn't bring my prawn suit. Let's see, where is we? We're like right on the edge of the Sea Treader's path, right? I think that's right. Certainly, I think there should be rubies around here. Maybe a little deeper. Wow, this is just going to take me straight into the Lost River. Look at that. There's a ruby. I see you. Let me go. And I will want you more. It's a song lyrics kind of night, I guess. Now I wish the camera and its light would continue staying pointed and on. Alright, so we got one. That peeper is in rough shape. That will be beneficial. Oh, there's another one. In the dark down. 2. And it's our second favorite guy. If I do this too much, I'm going to get lost and I'm going to drown and I'm going to be upset. So let's not do that. One more ruby, please. And some lithium might not go amiss either. You know, I'm just going to grab this quartz. I'm pretty sure I want it for something. Did you notice how the ambiance changed there? Alright. I mean, I'm sure there's more rubies around here. What lives in these rocks? Oh, lead. That's a bit of a throwback. Man, I'm sitting here thinking, oh wow, I only have 100 seconds of air left. I better pay attention to it. Remember when I didn't even have 100 seconds of air? Yeah, I'm just finding more quartz now. And since we're talking about the chemical makeup of... Oh, there's a ruby. All right. Of things, I don't actually know what the chemical makeup of quartz is. Why not grab some more since we're out here? But I find it strange that we use it to make glass. Is it just that they didn't want me gathering up sand to make glass after the terraformer got taken away? Maybe that's all it is. And I mean, maybe quartz really is a silicon crystal, in which case it's perfectly reasonable to make glass out of it. Alright, back in we go. Didn't find any lithium.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But that's alright.
Systems online.
A little snack before we get going. Whoa, what was that? My inventory is full because I actually picked up goodies. I'm not used to that. Alright. And back on the move. So we're going home. We're going to Alpha Base. And I think we might what? Might pick up the prawn suit? Why would we do that? I need to find maybe a couple of lithium. But I should first confirm what I've got. Which unfortunately for everyone is not lovin'. It's certainly not all I've got. But to be honest, I just don't have that much to share. It's nothing personal, you understand. If you haven't got it, you haven't got it. You know what I mean? We could go faster, he said after running a fish over. You know, if I was doing science-y stuff, I would want to put some kind of sampling equipment on the reef backs so that it could just kind of ride around with them. That would make for a fun game, I think. Sort of a departure from both this and Below Zero, where you're here deliberately to do the science. That's a quartz. Yeah, those are more quartzes. I don't need quartzes. And that is a vertical wall, which I also don't need. I don't think I'm going to find much lithium at this depth. Yeah, so maybe go for a little walk to try and gather up some lithiums. If I don't already have some at base, I might actually have gathered more than I needed last time. So that really is the thing that I need to check first. Don't get too excited about the gathering, Vic. But then I have a bit of a quandary, because if I'm going to go all the way down to the Lost River to drop off the last sea moth, I'm going to have to then come all the way back up here to collect my prawn suit. Which is sort of inconvenient. Well, I guess it'll make a fun couple of trips through the Lost River. Yeah, we'll call it one trip, because we're doing an in and an out. Yeah, but we have to go through one of the Ghost Leviathan areas, so there'll be some opportunity for entertainment there. Hopefully he's a little bit less horned up than he was last time. So I prefer not to get humped into a corner again. One lonely little sea moth back at the base. I kind of wish the building system gave you a little bit more control over when a connecting tunnel formed and when it didn't. That stack of 3 with connecting tunnels, I really only wanted 1 floor of tunnels there. But the only way to not have those was to build stuff there, which would have cost me extra resources. And who wants to spend extra resources, am I right? Okay, so you come with me. And let's see if we've got what we need. I'm probably short on titanium, too.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
What we got? I've got a lithium. Is a lithium enough, or do I need 2 or even 3? Yeah, I need 2. Alright. So we need some titanium. That's easy to get. The lithium will take a little bit more work, but still shouldn't be too bad. I need 3 salvages. Come on, stalkers. Where'd you hide all the salvages? I could also scan some stuff. Now I need exactly 2 salvages. Where'd they hide all the goodies, man? Fine, I'll scan some more. Oh, there you are. Yeah, don't like it when it's not you doing the biting, huh? Alright, now I need 1.5 wreckages, salvages, whatever the hell I've been calling them. Look, you're supposed to just lead me to where your goodies are, okay? Just do that. Huh? I can keep doing this all day. Now I need only 1 salvage. These guys are really letting me down. That one might not have been for me. I have never gone this far without finding one. What did they do with all the goodies? Are these things actually... It never occurred to me before that they might be a limited resource. I assumed they were just, like, constantly spawning in. So the thought that I had actually, like, gathered them all up would never occur to me. Alright, I guess we'll just go old school. That's not going to have what I want in it. But I could have hoped that it was going to be a lithium. Come on. Give me the titanium. More scans? Did I already do these scans? I might have already done these scans. Oh, there's one. Alright, I should be really close now. Maybe only 2 more. Maybe already done. Oh, and there's a salvage. Do I have room for it? I have exactly room for it. Okay. Where did I hide my Sea Glide? I probably left it behind in Alpha Base, right? I certainly didn't feel like I had a need for it after I got the Cyclops going. Maybe I carried it around for a little while. Alright, so all I need now is 1 lithium, and I can definitely find lithium in the mushroom forest. So that's the place to go. What goodies do you suppose I have in my life pod still? I'm guessing flares. Huh, cleaned it all the way out. What do you mean damaged secondary systems? I repaired this stuff, right? This is just part of the whole save file corruption thing. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just never bothered. I would have thought the smoke was going to evacuate. Alright, well, we're all out of time, so come back and see me again tomorrow. We'll go grab that lithium. We'll deliver the last Seamoth. And then we'll see about doing something else. Talk to you soon.